I'd really hope that this would be one of the topics that we'd all agree on. I would have hoped that after all the human rights violations and mistreatments by the state, that we would do the right thing immediately and set up the state inquiry. The Special Rapporteur's recommendations and rationale are incredibly clear and compelling. We all know that many adopted people couldn't participate in the Commission of Investigation into Mother and Baby Homes. Not only were they denied the right to tell their story in a state inquiry, but as a result, the Taoiseach's apology didn't even include them. Each and every one of them deserved the opportunity to contribute to an official state inquiry that will record the abuses they suffered and their impact. Instead, it seems we're offering a possible lesser process. Another government that doesn't consider their suffering worthy of a proper and full recognition. Minister, will the government be establishing the inquiry immediately of the system of legal adoptions and their legacy?
Minister.
Thanks very much. And look, there has been a rightful focus on the issue of illegal birth registration through two primetime investigates programmes, through the published report of the independent investigator, so the independent reviewer. And following on that, I took action. And the government took action to ask Conor O'Mahony, because recognising that the independent reviewer's report, comprehensive though it was, didn't set out maybe a clear next steps. We asked Conor O'Mahony to bring forward this report, and he has set out clear next steps. He's recognised the importance of the Birth Information and Tracing Bill, which so much work has been done on over the last number of weeks in answering many of the issues and resolving many of those barriers that you've pointed to, Deputy Tully, and they do still exist, and I acknowledge they still exist in terms of access to information. But I believe the Birth Information and Tracing Bill will address those barriers, and it has been designed specifically so those subject to illegal birth registrations, but in particular those who suspect that they are the subject of illegal birth registrations, may use the processes set out in that bill.
So the Birth Information and Tracing Bill will not address this. Adopted people and their advocates have been calling for an inquiry for decades. The Special Rapporteur has unambiguously supported that. We need an inquiry straight away, nothing less. For too long, this group of people have had to settle for less. And not anymore. We need to have a full and proper inquiry which fulfills all the functions of a truth commission and the principles of transitional justice. That's what's been recommended. Responding to the RT Investigates programme on legal adoptions, Professor O'Mahony said, "I am struck once more by the shattering impact that illegal birth registration has had on the lives of those affected. We owe them everything that can realistically be done without further delay." The vast majority of Irish people agree with this. It is disgraceful that the government does not. State bodies and officials seem determined to prevent a full inquiry. Minister, please do the right thing and set up the inquiry immediately.
Minister, to conclude.
Thanks very much. Deputy Kearns, you're correct in terms of the comprehensive nature of Professor O'Mahony's discussion of the issue of inquiry, and he very clearly took task to the Commission of Investigation model, which I think we all agree didn't deliver in terms of what survivors of institutions were seeking. Deputy Tully has spoken about accountability. One of the key one of the key issues with the Truth Commission is it requires people to come forward on a non-statutory basis. So what everyone seeks to achieve from an inquiry may not be delivered from a Truth Commission model as opposed to a Commission of Inquiry model, though we've already seen the Commission of Inquiry model, it doesn't deliver either. So considering how we go forward in a way that delivers for the desires of survivors is important. So that's why we can't just say immediately, yes, we're doing this. This requires consideration, and it also requires the actual completion of the big pieces of work like the Information and Tracing Bill. That is so important to addressing other elements in Conor O'Mahony's report and providing people with suspicions that they were subject of illegal birth registration with confirmation either way.
Thank you, Minister.